Yesterday, I had a conversation with a custom home builder who's been around for quite a while. And the first thing he said is, Leo, I've watched all your videos. I know what you're going to tell me. All I need is clients. Can you help me find clients? And I said, well, if you've watched all my videos, you know that's not the problem. Not having clients is a symptom of a much deeper problem. And then I said, well, what is the deeper problem? He goes, what do you mean? We build beautiful products. We have, good reviews and so on. Then I said, how many reviews do you have? And he goes, well, we have over 20. And I thought, gee, that's not a lot. Because he should have 200 or 2,000 reviews if he had a system to collect reviews. So that was a different conversation. Anyways, going back to him asking, Leo, I've watched all your stuff. I know your stuff. I know what you're telling me. All I need is clients. And I said, well, if you've watched all my stuff and you come to the conclusion that all you need is clients, you don't understand my stuff. You're watching my videos for entertainment purposes. You're not taking notes. Show me your notes. Show me your action plan from watching the videos. And he goes, well, what do you mean by that? And I said, well, getting clients, the fact that you don't have clients, the fact that you've been around for a long time and you don't have enough clients means there's a much deeper problem. It's a credibility issue. It's a trust issue. There's a lot of issues here. And the fact that you have under 20 reviews after all these years is a major, major problem. And he goes, well, can you help me get clients? And I said, yes. But first we have to do all the work you haven't been doing for the past 10 or 20 years, right? And I asked, what are the three most important elements when starting a business? The three: customers. Well, you're saying that because you don't have customers. But how do you get customers? And then I explained, trust. I mean, forget about the business blueprint for a second. Okay, because the business blueprint, if you don't have a business blueprint, you don't have a business. The business blueprint is, if I were to compare it to a vehicle, right? You can have a vehicle, but if you don't have a business blueprint, you have no vehicle. The business blueprint is the vehicle. But let's put aside the business blueprint for a second. Let's talk about branding and differentiation, create an unfair advantage. Without that, it's not having an engine and transmission. If you don't have branding and differentiation to create an unfair advantage, there's no engine and transmission in the car. There's none. So customers are the gas in the car. So what's the point of putting gas in the car if you have no engine or no transmission, right? And the unfair advantage is, let's call them the tires, right? And the third part is overqualification. If the client doesn't see you as overqualified to build their house or build their bathroom or paint their house or whatever it is, or make soccer shoes, if the client doesn't see you as overqualified to do that, they're not going to give you the business. They're going to ask a lot of questions about, are you really qualified to do that? Show me reviews. Show me your previous work. Show me all the work you've done in the past, because those questions are credibility type questions. They're asking, can you really do my job? Because if they're asking that type of question and they're going to do business with you, now they're going to have a substantial reduction in price in order to justify the major risk they're taking in doing business with you. Does that make sense? So there's got to be a reason why they're doing business with you. Either they trust you, or they're buying the job. They're hiring you because of your price. Okay. So again, trust is one of the major factors in starting a business. Trust. I don't care what kind of business you run. If you don't have trust, you have nothing. If you don't have a business blueprint and systems to create the trust, you have nothing. If you don't have branding and differentiation to create an unfair advantage over your competition, you have nothing. If the client doesn't see you as overqualified to do their job, you have nothing. Okay? You seriously have nothing, because all you're doing is you're buying jobs. You're using pay-per-click campaigns to buy jobs. And like he said, as I asked him, how are you getting these jobs? Well, we're bidding on a lot of jobs. Well, exactly my point, right? And he said, but Leo, we're never the cheapest. Well, very rarely in a bid process does someone take the lowest. They usually take the second or third lowest, not the lowest, right? They throw out the top and the bottom, and they look at the middle. So if you're at the second or third from the bottom, that's why you're not making any money, right? And chances are you have a lot of profit leaks as well, because the reason why I say you have a lot of profit leaks, because one day he's building a house, next day he's putting in an addition, next day he's building bathrooms, next day he's putting on a roof, next day he's doing commercial work. So how the hell can your team be efficient if they keep doing different jobs each day, right? If, let's say, you have a team that all they do is painting, then all they do should be painting. If you have a team that only does roofing, all they should do is only doing roofing, right? And even part of the roofing, you should have people that peel off the roof and people that install the roof. So you specialize and you create efficiencies. Right? If you don't have a cookie cutter process in your business, even though it's a custom built home, but there's a lot of similarities in custom built homes. right? The frame is the same, the drywall is the same, the electrical is the same, the plumbing is the same, the flooring is the same. There's a lot of similarities between one project and another, right? So you've got to have the conveyor belt or the systems to make sure you're doing consistent work. And your team should be going from one project direct to another project. Because as soon as you send them home, as soon as they have a week or two off, they're looking out for another job. And that's why you can't get a great team and efficiency from these teams. And chances are you're not doing efficiency studies, or you're not getting the most out of your team, right? So going back to the business, if you don't have a business blueprint, if you're trying to build custom homes and you're not getting clients, it's not the clients, it's not the economy, it's not what's happening with the government, it's nothing external. Trust me, it's nothing external. It's internal. It's the way you designed the business or the way you failed to design the business. If you don't have branding and differentiation, create an unfair advantage. If your clients don't see you as having an unfair advantage over the competition, if you don't stand head and shoulders above your competition, then the customer sees you just like them. There's nothing different about you. And I know what you're going to say, Leo, our service is great. Our workmanship is great. Who cares? The client only sees that after they hire you, right? And what are they going to look at? Photos to see your workmanship? No, that doesn't work, right? So you got to build the trust before you start the business. We have been working on designing a bookkeeping company for 12 years. We don't launch that company until March of 2027. So if you haven't done the work before launching the business, if you don't have at least 100,000 followers, we can help you get there. We can help you get to 10 million or 20 million a lot faster than what you're doing on your own. It should take 2 or 3 years to launch a custom home building business from $0 to 10 million in 2 or 3 years. If you've been in business for more than 2 or 3 years and you're not at the 10 million or the 20 million yet, it's not external. Trust me. Please post yes below. That's your way of asking for help. You don't ask for help, just post yes below if you want to have a conversation. If this is the year you truly want to, take your business to the next level, if you want to create quality of life, if you finally want to start making money. I mean, you started a business to be your own boss, but that's bullshit. Create a business to create quality of life and create generational wealth. Forget about being a boss. Forget about being your own slave. Okay? Post yes below. Let's start a conversation. Let's elevate. Let's start looking at branding and differentiation. Let's overqualify you. We'll talk again soon. Take care.